It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show, and on episode we're gonna be going up to the high country. I'm gonna see if I can find some vinyl records. Stay tuned. Well, here we are up in Banner Elk at my favorite antique store, and he's got lots of records up here and some great prices. So if you're up in Banner Elk, you need to check out this place here. And I will leave a link to the place in the description below. He's got everything you can think of. He's got 50s, 60s, 70s rock. He's got lots of country. I'll slow down. CDs. He's got rock and roll, old Pretenders. He's got autograph stuff. He's got CDs. I'll take a look at them real quick. He's got lots of rock. He's got lots of jazz and blues. He's got autographed records in frames. Turn this off and then we'll go in the back and we'll see what he's got. Here's some more. He's got lots of great posters. Lots of rock and roll, man. He's got it. If it's on vinyl, he's pretty much got it. He's got it. He's got so much stuff. What I'm here for today is the 45s. North Carolina Vinyl Picker. We're in Grover, North Carolina, right on the border of South Carolina. We're at Tiffany's Antique Mall. Let's go inside and see what we find for records.
Do you like Record Store Day? Do you like them, Sam? I am. I do not like them, Black Friday, Sam. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like Record Store Day. I do not like bad pressing, Sam. I do not like them in my house. I do not like them on my turntable. I do not like them at all, Sam. Welcome to the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And welcome to the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. That's right, the show of shows. The show that I missed on Wednesday. It's on Sunday. So it's going to be a combo show. And there's no Prog Bin show because I'm still working through that. As you can see, I've been working on my 45s. I bought a slip mat so my 45s don't end up on the floor. I started off the show talking about Record Store Day or Black Friday. And I bought this one in previous Record Store Day. I bought this one in previous Record Store Day. And they both sound like crap. I will not be going to Record Store Day. There's a lot of hubbub and hoopla about Record Store Day on the internet that you can read about Record Store Day and how it's jumped the shark. Yes, bad pressings, limited releases, record stores that are small that can't even contribute to record store days or don't want to because they end up with so much material that they can't sell. It's not a good situation. We will see on Black Friday who shows and who doesn't show. Me and the wife went up to Banner Elk this week. It was a fantastic day. We went up there, had lunch, and we brought the dog. We brought Jackson up there. We had a great time. And we went to Those Were the Days Antiques. And I picked up a couple things while I was there. And if you're up in the Banner Elk, near Beach Mountain and all up through there, they're going to have snow this weekend. So you get up there and go skiing or snowboarding or whatever you do, sledding. We went to Those Were the Days Antiques, and you got to go down and behind the store and then you kind of park down below. And it's almost better to have a four-wheel drive. But I was in there and I went through real quick and I took some video, and you'll see it in the video. And I picked this one out, the Bee Gees Live 1989, right? 1989. Kind of later in their career. Fantastic record. Sounds good. Sounds better than Record Store Day, I'll tell you that much. And I was able to pick this up for less than $20. It's two CDs. It's two LPs. And I'd never seen this before. Big fan of the Bee Gees. Wish I had seen them back in the day. That would have been an awesome show. Probably the best trio that sang together ever. And then I also seen this there while I was there, and it's the Eagles. And this is a double, and these were both on the same record label. And it's they're I want to call them bootlegs, but they're they're pretty much bootlegs. Don Henley would probably love to see this here. It would probably, screw up his brain for the whole day. And so this was a 4 LP set, and it was reasonably priced, and I got them both on some extra cash that I had left over from the record store day, from the record show last weekend. No, I'm not going to record store day. Okay, so fantastic. This is the second, generation of the Eagles. With this, it doesn't have Bernie Leadon in it, so Bernie was already gone, looks like. Yeah, fantastic show. That would have been the time I would have liked to seen them during that time. So I picked up those two things. That's all I picked up there. In, out, I was in there quick. I talked to the proprietor, real nice fella, and I've been going there for a long time. And he said, "Where you been?" So, I was there. And then yesterday, we went on a little trip. We went to Fallston, North Carolina, which is a little small town up here close by where I live. And we went to Back Road Pickers. Now, if you're up in Fallston, there ain't much in Fallston. There's a stop sign, and you go through a stoplight, and you go either way, and then carry on. You go on to Shelby, or you go a different way, and you go to some little podunk diner. And it's this nice little town. And they have an antique store there called Back Road Pickers. And if you're in that area, go by and see them. They're very nice people, and they have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of quilts and that kind of stuff. And they had a rack of CDs, so I had to go get a chair. And I had to sit down and I had to go through them. And I found some, and I had to ask the lady how much they were, and she said they're all $3. I said, okay. So I went through them and I picked out, I left a couple that some soundtracks. Now, some people say that soundtracks are really going up there in price, so I'm going to check that out, and I might go up there and back and pick them up. But I picked up 4 Beatles CDs. I picked up this one here, Past Masters. Got this one. These are all minty fresh, like JT said. And the Revolver. I picked all the best ones. The Rubber Soul. And Pepper. So I might just do a combo and put those in my store. And if you want to get the link to my store, there'll be a link down below. And after that, we went over to Tiffany's Antique Mall. And I found out that by watching YouTube. And we went over there. And it's in Grover, North Carolina. It's right on the border And that was one of the owners there. I asked him, how far is South Carolina? And the guy says, if you see that train track, he said, if you take a rock and throw it over the train track, you're in South Carolina. So we were right there on the border, and this little small town, little country town, and it was really cool. And I went in there. Me and the wife went in there. Got a little phlegmatosis going on this morning. And then we went into Tiffany's, and I walked around, and there was one little area where there was a bunch of records. And I went through them all. I went through every one of them, and some of them were higher in price, and some of them were reasonable. This Olivia Newton-John EP 12-inch from Soul Kiss, and this is Toughen Up. And I was able to pick this one up for $6, and I was glad to get it and put it in my collection of Olivia Newton-John LPs, 45s, whatever. I have a lot of her stuff. I just love her to pieces. She's a great artist and sadly missed, and she was just awesome. She really gets you going. And then I saw this one here, and he had $7 on this one here, and I already have a couple copies of this. I've been listening to this album for over 50 years. Catch Bull at 4, Cat Stevens, but I never seen it with this Obi strip on there. I'm not real sure where this come from. I've looked it up online, can't find anything that talks about it. It must have came with the A&M records back in the day, because if you look inside, there's an actual A&M. So I don't know. Oh, it does say Canada on here. Oh, give me back them bullets. Hey, it does say Canada on there. So now it must have been a Canadian release. And they put the Obi strip on there for some reason. Oh, I just found out. Maybe I solved the mystery. I solved the mystery of the Obi. And then I got a few things in the mail. I've been a little busy this week, not too bad. Next week, I want to get over to Taylorsville. Now, Taylorsville is a little bit northeast of here. And there's a couple antique stores up there, and there's a really cool little luncheonette place that me and the wife like to go to. And there's a Goodwill there, and there's a Salvation Army up there. There's some picking to be doing up there. I got to get up there. It's been about a year since we've been up there. Been a while. Got the Resistance. I got the IQ Resistance. This is their next to last album that they did. Not their last album, because their last album is number 1, Dominion, on my list up there. Oh, no, it's number 2. And I'll be doing the end of the year here pretty soon. So Resistance. It's a double album. It came out a few years back. And I listened to all of disc 1. And I don't know, this is one of their weakest albums, I think. I have to give it another listen. I have to give disc 2 a listen. And then even when I seen them live on YouTube, they were doing in a concert, and they were doing songs from this album. Peter Nichols was kind of poo-pooing the album a little bit. And I guess it didn't do very well, and it was just a different direction for them. Their newer album Dominion is, I think, a better album than this. This is just a long, drawn-out thing that probably could have been a single album. And then I found this one here in the mail. Now, this is one of the last Robin Trower albums I need. Beyond the Mist. It's an excellent record. It's after the classic period of Robin Trower. He has a new singer now, and he made 3 albums with this new guy, which I don't have his name out in front of me. But yeah, the album is pretty good, and it's still in the shrink, and it's got that factory seal for your protection. I've seen that before, and yeah, so there you go. Nectar. Now remember the future. Remember the future. It's a fantastic record. It's a fantastic record. Let me lay my hands on this thing real quick before I show you. I'm coming, hang on. make sure and get them all. Okay. And of course, everything falls over. Okay. So, I got this one here, the special promotion of Nectar, Remember the Future. And this is on Passport label. This is the US release. Then I got the UK release of this, which sounds incredible. And, you know, it's probably my favorite Nectar album. I know it's my buddy John's favorite Nectar album. Then I found this one here, Timings for Radio Stations Only. Nectar. Passport. So then I saw this next one in the mail. I saw it in on eBay. I've been looking at this for quite a while. I even saw it at a record store one time for $40. It was like way up there. I said, nah, I ain't paying that much for it. So I saw it on eBay, and it came up as like somebody had it for $20, and then they marked it down to like $14.99, and then I didn't get it, and then it said free shipping, $12.99. I'm like, I'm pulling the deal on this one. There you go, the picture disc of Remember the Future. And if you know, you know. It's just a fantastic psych rock classic masterpiece. And I should take it out of here and show you because it's that cool. It's that cool. And I'm not going to play this. Actually, I'm going to put it in a frame and then put it on the wall. So that's where that's going. That's pretty much all I've got. Now, as far as the prog bin goes, it's going to be, I'm going to pick that whole series up here pretty soon. This coming Wednesday, we're going to do a deep dive into electronic music. We're going to talk about bands like Jean-Michel Jarre. We're going to talk about bands like Tomita. We're going to talk about Enigma, Andreas Vollenheimer, Vangelis, Yanni, Tangerine Dream, Mike Isham, Kitaro, and Wendy Carlos. We're going to talk about all those bands on Wednesday. I got them all pulled, all the records pulled, and I'm doing a deep dive, and we're going to talk about each individual artist. So if you like electronic music, stick with the picker. I will be back on Wednesday, I promise. I didn't do very well this week. Like I say, I was working on the 45s, and I got that all done and situated, and now my LPs have fallen over. Now I got to pick all that up. And then I want to get out and do some picking. I want to get up to Taylorsville. So I will be bringing all of that next Sunday. But along with the prog bin, I'm going to get back on track on the prog bin. I'm going to do my very best because I pulled a lot of it. I moved everything around, see. I got A to Z over here. I got A starts over here. So now everything got moved around. But anyway, stick with me. We'll get it all sorted out. And I will see you again on Wednesday. And we're going to talk about electronic music. And while I'm doing that, I'll work on my prog bin. And we'll get two things done at one time, so to speak. Be good. Take care. Support the troops if you can. And I will see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.